Okay, I got here. Right, bear with me. Right, so I've got some overlays I want to try out. One is from Race Lab, which should show all the standings and everything. I'm going to need to get rid of anything on this screen from the game though. So I need to figure out that first. And then also overlays that will help, well, you'll be able to see my steering wheel and pedals, and I'll get my delta time and stuff like that. And we'll see what it's like. So I just want to have a go at that. Let me just see. So these are all going to be separate windows that I can put onto the screen, which is kind of cool. So let's just jump into whatever this current session is and give it a go. Now I can see all the windows that I can put on with OBS. All the overlays have a separate window, which is brilliant, but it probably means I'm going to have to create a separate scene just for sim racing. Right, now what I want to avoid as well is clutter. And you see how we've got stuff on the screen already from the game. I probably need to get rid of that, but I'm going to work on that a bit later. So for now, I'm just going to position the things and then I'll put them on the screen for you. So I've got delta time. I have one that tells you information about my ABS, my traction, settings, brake balance, the gear. I kind of put these in places where they're not going to get in the way of anything. And the other one, which is kind of cool, the one I wanted to show, which is the steering wheel and pedals. And also I think it shows, does it? Quite sure what else it shows. It's got steering wheel, pedals, and something else, which I don't know if it's a G meter or if it's a amount the steering wheel is turning. Alright, so I've got those positioned on the side of the screen, so let me turn them on. And that means adding a window, I think. So we're going to go with ACC Delta, and you should see them coming on the screen. So there's Delta. Okay. You guys seeing anything? I'm not seeing it. Okay, let's go with a different method of capture. Windows 7. This gives me a black screen. Windows 10. Oh, is that it up in the corner? Okay. How the hell am I going to drag this across now? Give me a sec. I'm going to put it in Windows 7 mode. Drag it to where I want it. Because positioning it in the game doesn't mean it's positioned that way on screen. So you see at the top where it says free practice, that's where it's going to go. Underneath it. Let's have a look. Oh my god, it's freaking invisible. No. Kathina, hey. Yeah, I know, it's a pain in the ass. I'm trying to get these things on the screen. I've got the delta time on my... hold on, I'm going to add something else. So, maybe I don't do window, maybe I do something else. Maybe window capture's not the right way to do it. Let me try a game capture screen, and we'll call it ACC wheel something like that. Capture a specific window, and we'll go with drive. Games built in something cannot be captured due to using game capture. Use window capture or display capture. Display capture would obviously work, but I don't want to do that. Let's get rid of that one. I honestly believe this would just work nicely. So add a window capture, and we're going to call it ACC drive then, whatever. And the window will be drive. Oh guys, not showing up. Alright, let me at least try the other one, the other app. Window capture, and we're going to just kind of call it standings, I guess. Can't think of anything else to call it. And we're using RaceLab for that one. Shit. Nope. Alright. So I've got this on auto open. Open in overlay mode. Okay, there we go. Alright, so I have something on my screen right now. Let's see if it now shows up as a separate window. So, aha, standings overlay, there you go. So if I move that, I mean there's just me on the screen, but it's supposed to, obviously it will show the whole field when there's more, but I need to get rid of the ACC HUD on here. Let's see if we can get rid of that. So options, view settings, nah. So video, HUD, there we go. Oh, can we not just turn everything on? Is there not just a big on and off switch? Oh, bollocks. I guess I just have to look at everything that's enabled and disable it. Okay, bear with, bear with. I want to take a screenshot of this. So, this. Mind you, I say this, I want the tires on. Circuit map, don't need that. Lap time, session info, radar, yeah, keep that on. Automatic pit stop, yeah, keep that. Light indicators, whatever. Virtual mirror, proximity indicators, definitely green light, yeah. Driver name tags, no. Pop-up chat messages. Okay, let's try that. Oh, I think there was a way to get rid of it. I've just seen the option. Here, isn't it? No, that one. Get rid of that one. No, I thought that was full minimal and nothing. Yeah, you see, I've still got the standings in the bottom left. I don't need that. So let's go to options. Good. Which one is this? Session info. Lap times. Disabled. I'll tell you what, let's just get rid of everything. Okay, I got it. Tires app. You can tell how often I do this, eh? So tires app I want, lap time I don't want. Circuit map, put it on just in case. And then the one I wanted was this one. Oh, there is no off. Okay, so now I can move that over there. Oh, does it do it on the stream? Oh no. I'm going to move it there. Looks like my engine switched off. There we go. All right. So the thing that's not working then is the visibility of the other overlays that I wanted. The ones that I wanted mainly. Hey Andy. And let's go to window capture again. And we want ACC. Now what have I got on screen? Delta, drive, and I'm just going to call it info. I don't know what else to call it. And it's going to be hood. Yeah, see, it doesn't show up. It just shows up as invisible here. It's not showing on my thing. And the capture method, if I use Windows 7, I just get a black square. If I use Windows 10, which is the only other option, I get nothing. Okay. Let's have a look at the app then, the client app. Background opacity. All right, let's get those right up. Desktop settings. Refresh. No. So there must be something that I'm not doing right on here. I just want to what I'm doing, Kathina, is just trying to show more information on the screen. Hide overlays. Okay, there is none of that going on. Reset overlays, position, reset module settings. Don't want to do that. Right, so I've got fuel, drive, delta, damage, and I've got three things on the screen, and they all produce different windows that can be loaded into OBS. But OBS won't display jack anything. Oh, I can't get rid of the leaderboard position on the bottom of the screen. In the name of all that's holy. Oh, yeah, because I'm in the pits. See, there's no off on this. But okay, fine. Right, so I've got my steering wheel position, my pedals, and the input graph, which shows you, the viewer. I don't know what the 0 is. I thought that was my steering wheel angle, but you guys can't see the frickin' thing. Let me show you what I'm looking at, and then you'll see what I'm looking at. So if I go into that mode and I switch to desktop mode, that's what I'm seeing. Right, so I've got my wheel, the input there, full brakes, and then that's me. So if I go into this mode here, so you can see that the steering wheel lines up with, right? Oh, why have I got two? I've got two. Oh, why have I got two? Did I put two of these on? Let me get rid of this one. And then this one. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that. There's another one at the top of the screen which I I cannot move. Hold on. So that one is info. How can that... Okay, let me make it invisible. No. How is that getting shown? The one with the pink thing at the top. How is that even possibly getting shown when I don't have it? That's frickin' interesting. I'm able to display that. Oh, I know why. I know why. I know why. Different program, guys. Okay, so what I'm showing you here is the overlay that I get to see. Let me see how, if this thing runs smooth in desktop mode. My tires have all gone cold now, Jesus. Okay. If it runs smooth in desktop mode, I'm cool. My tires have gone really cold. So I wanted to get rid of all of the standard ACC stuff and just replace it with these third-party apps that show all this information, particularly the steering wheel stuff. So if I'm in this mode, you guys can see my steering, and I think the number at the top is my speed. Yep. I thought it might be the steering angle, but it's not. Okay. So I think the blue line on the graph, so the blue line is what? The clutch? Let me pop the clutch in. No. What the hell's the blue line then? Steering? Oh, it is. It is. It's my steering angle. Okay, so green is throttle, red is brake, blue is steering angle. Cool. And it looks to me like ACC is working quite nicely in desktop mode, which is awesome. Now I've got rid of one of the things I wanted to see at the top of the screen, the amount of time remaining. I wanted that back on the screen, so I don't have a setup on this car either. This is standard, which is why it's not turning as well as I would like. Okay, I'm gonna re-enable the thing because you're here. Okay, I'll get the Nissan out unless you want another car. We just got the Mustang. The Ford Mustang has just arrived in this game. Right, options, and I want the oh, session info. It has to be, right? Surely. No? Well, no, that's up here. No, that's not what I want. Right, so if it's not session info, what is it showing to me? Time remaining. No. Yeah, time remaining. So I'm just wondering whether it shows. Yeah, you see when you enable disable in the background, you know, because this is not 100%. It's got transparency to it. You can see the car behind. It's not showing on the screen what it is. I don't know which one's which. Centered comms panel. It's not comms. Well, let's go through by me knowing which ones it isn't. Definitely not that one. It's got to be session info. It sits at the top of the screen and it shows The freak. It's the one that comes above here. Yeah, that one. There you go. I knew it was that one. Free practice and time. Okay, let's get out of here. Do not want to return to garage. You know what? That Mustang is a fast car, and without even working on a setup, this is a problem though, these overlays stay all the time. Without even working on a setup, I got a really fast time around this track. Look how long it is. Let's go with this livery. I raced the other one last time. So let's stick on the aggressive setup and see what it does. Yeah. Right, so I'm just going to go with the standard setup. I'm not going to go through my new preset setups. Not yet. Now, why is my steering thing saying drag me? Okay, consider yourself dragged. Cool. So 180 degrees on the wheel. Yep, the graphic is showing exactly what it should be. What if we go all the way? That's the extent of the steering in these cars. They don't have a lot of steering turn to them. So we've got the engine mapping set to 1, ABS is 3, brake balance is 59.3 to the front, traction control is set to 3. So if I move my traction now, there we go. Cool. It does. Nice. Ow! Man, my wheel is making noises I've never heard it make before when it goes over those bumps. It's like a really hard vibration. I'm not sure if it's right. It's like a bang. But inside this wheelbase, there's nothing touching anything. It's all done with magnets, so you know, it's nothing's broken or worn or anything. Should we get an external sound while we're on the outlap? Welcome to Gran Turismo. I see people doing racing videos on YouTube and they're driving in this mode. I can't watch it. I can't. Driving in chase view is like back in the days of arcade games. You have to be in the cockpit, or at least go to bonnet view. I know some of the older Forzas and GTs Gran Turismos didn't have cockpits, and they had bonnet views, you know, so it was like this was okay, but the chase view or third person, just no. I mean, that's like a cardinal sin if you're even remotely into driving. For me it has to be, I mean, cockpits there, but for me I'm seeing two steering wheels, my own and this one, which is weird. So this one is my most authentic. Okay, the front end on this is not great, but it is a Mustang, so hey, if I did my preset setup on this, I wonder what it would be like, because I took this out for about, I don't know, was it 5 or 6 laps around Silverstone here? And I nearly matched my fastest ever time with it. It's a really fast car. So imagine if I put my aggressive setup on. It's a candidate for beating my 2 minute 1 second .995. Oh, it did not like that low speed turn. Oh my god, what's happening now? Yeah, so low speed corners, it doesn't like them. In the high speed, it's okay. Low speed, no. I can't even begin to fathom how much time we just lost. There. But that Delta Time app widget at the top of the screen there won't begin to work until I've actually got a valid lap time on the board. And I don't know if it's a valid lap because I took it up the screen. I'm still seeing that thing at the bottom of the screen there. Maybe you can't remove it. It could be that you can't remove it. But I want to do a race as well because that leaderboard thing in the top left corner, I want to see it expanded. Actually, I might be able to position it in the game here, which should position it in the stream for you guys. What was the lap time? 2:07? Is it showing a delta? Oh, it must have been an illegal time. If it's not showing a delta to my previous lap, you know what a delta is, right, Keith? So if it's not showing the delta, it must be because my previous lap time was illegal. Sir Riddick, welcome, 07 and stuff. Being gentle on the throttle here because I know what she was like. Well, delta, okay, so let's say you set a lap time. The lap is split into 3 different sectors, alright, so commonly referred to as sector 1, sector 2, sector 3, right? Surprisingly. And you set a lap time, but you've also got times in those sectors, right? So maybe your first sector is a 28.3, your middle sector might be a 31.4, and your third sector might be a 29.7. You add those times up, you got your lap time. Now your delta, when you're on your next lap, shows you plus or minus how much quicker you are or slower you are than your previous lap time. So if it's a minus, the delta should be in the green, which means you're going quicker. You are minus half a second, so you're half a second quicker than your previous lap. If it's red in the plus, it means you're slower by that much. There you go. So at the top of the screen now, you'll see that I'm 1/100th of a second, or it was 100th of a second quicker. So there you go. 1/10 of a second quicker now than my previous lap. So it's basically a comparison, not between your current lap and your previous lap, but your current lap and your fastest lap. So I'm currently 2/10 quicker on this lap. Yeah, kind of ghost laps, but okay, so we're 3/10 up now. So you can look at my previous lap time. Let's say it's a 2:05.6 and I'm 3/10 up. It's got a potential to be a 2:05.3. You with me? And then if I'm in the green and suddenly it turns red, it means I've lost some time somewhere. So currently I'm almost a second quicker on this lap. Making me wonder now whether the fast lap that I set with this car was done with that preset setup or not. Surely I would have saved it. So I'm 2.5 seconds quicker on this lap. 2.6 quicker. this thing turned in. Come on, baby. Come on, grip that road for me. A little bit wobbly there. So 3.5 seconds quicker this lap. Shows you on the dashboard as well of the car. And we get a 2-minute, what was it? These things are so small. What have we got? A 2.5? Oh God, that's slow. Let me put the brakes on because my wheel is shaking like a beast. Alright, let me see if I can do something with this. That's not making it any bigger, is it? Can we move it? Yay! Yeah, so this thing in the bottom left that's showing me, I can't do nothing about that. Yeah, the ghost card, I can't have that on my screen though. It puts me off seeing this invisible car. So now that we've got the stuff off the screen, I can move this down to here. It's actually got a padlock on it as well, so I can pretty much lock it into place. I can't move anything else. There we go. You can, you see, if you sit on top, you're blocking my monitor. Can we neutral? Thank you. Okay, so you can go here. Yeah, I don't want you to block my rear view. Oh, you can go over here. There you go. Coolio Awesomeo. Right. And the problem is, of course, these overlays stay on the screen even in my setup. So apparently I set a 202 with this car. It must have been on that preset setup. So I'm going to have to find out why the Delta, the steering wheelie one, and the one with the on the right hand side with the big N, why that's not showing up in normal window capture mode. Yeah, this is any resemblance to this in a road going Mustang is purely superficial. This is more, it's a GT3 car, right? Actually, yeah, it's just balanced differently. There's a lot of weight been taken out. I'm pretty sure that it will react very differently to the real thing. It's just they're so worlds apart. Is this looking smooth to you guys? It looks smooth to me on the OBS. It's a very long car. It looks to me to be at least as long as the BMW M6. That's a big lengthy car. And this one looks to be at least along those lines. Oh, that wasn't a very good corner. That wasn't a good one, Rusty. You missed the apex by 3 postcodes. Oh, I had my Echo cardio thing today. Let's see how that goes. Good news is I'm not pregnant. Okay, I'll tell you what then. Let's see. So we've just done a 2050 with the standard ACC aggressive setup. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go to the garage. And we'll go to setup. And we're going to just pretty much blank out all of this stuff. So tire pressures, well, we have a 26.1 here. Did I let them cool off while I was sat at the track though? All right, let me work based on that. For qualifying, you want to be around a 26.3 pressure. For race, you want to be around a 26, anywhere between a 26.6 and a 26.8, 26.9 even. And if you're racing in the wet, then you want to be aiming for a tire pressure of around 30 point blank. Done. Right, so we're going to set the front toe to 0-1, camber bye bye, cast I'm going to leave it for now. I may up it a little bit later if I need to, we will see. Toe on the back, nothing. Camber on the back, nothing. It's not a realistic setup, but it is the way a car goes quick around a track in ACC. What can I say? Right, TCC and ABS. So traction control ABS is set to 3. That's how I've got it on my wheel. However, we want it set to around 30% of the slider. So assuming that's 50, and 4 would be too much. So 3 is about right. So okay, 30%. The only time I would change the TC up from 30% is if I'm driving the Ferrari 296, because that needs a bit more, because its rear end is a little bit loopy. Okay, so motion lotion, we want about 30 liters of that, I reckon, just to get it, you know. It's using up about 3.3 per lap, so we'll get about 8 hot laps on that. Brake pads, 1. They're the ones that have got the most. I think they wear the most, but they grip the most as well. So for qualifying, perfect. Or hot lapping. Right, anti-roll bar. Well, that's not on this screen. Let's use current pressures for that as well. So anti-roll bar. Now these primary settings on this, I'm not a fan of, because it's saying to set it at 75% of the bar, and then the rear gets set to about 25. That with the front anti-roll bar set to something so stiff at 7, and the rear is quite soft at 2, that's going to make the car understeer in the slow corners. If your car's already understeery though, it will also affect, I think, the fast corners, but maybe not as much. Anti-roll bar I would adjust if my car was a little bit over or understeery in the slow corners. Yeah, but anyway, so brake bias, I like to have mine forward a little bit I like to have a lot of front brake pressure. That's how I like to drive, but I'm going to put it in the middle. Wheel rates, we're going to say goodbye to all of them for now. Not fully goodbye, but we're going to put them all down, and we're just going to add 1 to each one. And then we have the bump stop rate, which we're going to set to around, and the range as well. We're going to set this to around 25% of the slider. So, I don't know, there. No, that's too much. So 550 on the front, and around 8. Okay, let's do the same this side, because it's not automatically symmetrical. And on the rear, is it going to be the same amount? Not necessarily, but it looks like, see, the number's different on this one, I think. Yeah, 17, 16. So 550 and 16 on the rear. This is just a starting out setup, and then you drive the car, see how it goes, and then you make adjustments from there. So the differential, about 25% of the slider, that looks to be about right. Into the dampers then, okay. So this is a strictly 80-20% kind of deal. So all the bumps at 20, all the rebounds at 80% of the slider. So about 20% there. And 80% would be, well, you would think 8, wouldn't you? But maybe they're 8. So 2.8 on the front, and the rear should be the same values, I would say. Yeah. They're not different like the bump stops. Okay, finally, aero. So on the aero, the ride height, front and rear, we want at 25%. Now the lower you go, the less air is getting underneath the car, the less lift is and you just get better grip. If you bring the rear up, if you think about this, you bring the rear up, if you exaggerate the effect so that the back of the car is right up in the air, the wind is able to hit more of the surface area of the car, and it gives you better downforce at the back. Right? Makes sense, right? Sure. Okay, rear wing. The guy suggested maximum. The guy who suggested this preset. I never like maximum, it's too much. I'm going to go one down, just to be a rebel. And as for the brake ducts, well, I'm going to put them to 3. If they start to get too hot, then I will increase them and this lets more air in. So imagine you've got air going in on the inlet. So imagine you've got like an inlet here, and air rushes in, and it cools the brakes. By making this lower, I'm closing that duct, that hole up, so less air gets in. The idea of that is that the hotter your brakes are, the better they're going to be. And also, you have to pay attention because hot brakes will heat the wheel, which will heat the tire, which will then change your tire pressure. So there's that. Anyway, but we're gonna go with this and see if we're any quicker. Probably not. And oh, I already did have one for this frickin' car, and then I improved it. Ah, what a dimple. Okay, well, let's just do the preset again. So preset 2 must have been the one I went with, and then this is oversteer plus unstable. That was afterwards. That was 10 minutes after. Oh dear. Let's just stick with this for now. I don't want to go the wrong way on this setup again. Yeah, if you want that tenth of a second, okay, if you want those tenths of seconds or hundredths of seconds, you kind of have to do this. Yeah. Hockey cocky. Oh, I saw a drag race the other day. It's an old one, but it was a Red Bull RB8, so that makes it 12 years old. A 12-year-old Formula 1 car, which I think the RB8 won a world championship. Yeah, the Red Bull RB8 F1 car versus the McMurtry electric car, which is a tiny little thing. Looks like a toy, but it's fast as frigging hell. It has a fan which generates downforce. They used to use that in F1. They had a car in F1 with a fan when the rules were a lot more relaxed, and I think it got banned after one race because it just murdered everybody. So because it creates suction under the car, and the car has so much grip, they banned it. So a McMurtry, which is electric only, tiny little thing, ridiculous quick, ridiculous fast. I'm talking ridiculous plus or ridiculous plus plus, and a Rimac Nevera. The Rimac Nevera is, if you could describe, I don't know how you would describe it. It's a mental patient, basically. It's psychotic. It has 2,000 horsepower and 2,300 Newton meters of torque. I mean, yeah. So my money was on the F1 car losing to the other two cars, because it's only got rear-wheel drive. It can't get off the line quick enough. The other two cars have got four-wheel drive. The Formula 1 car will get left behind, right? And that's pretty much what happened. The F1 lost every drag race. The Rimac got one of them. The McMurtry got the other. Depends as well if you get a good start. That Rimac, though, put that in a drag race with anything and you're probably going to lose. 0 to 60 on the Rimac, 1.8 1.9? No, I think it's quicker than 1.9, is it? Anyway, yeah, it's fast. No idea what its top speed is, but it's about 2 million quid, which is quite cheap, because the latest Lamborghini is about 4 million, and it's nowhere near as quick as a Rimac Nevera, not even in the same ballpark, not even close. And the McMurtry was limited. It had a gearbox in it that was limited to 150 miles an hour, so as soon as it got to near 150, the Rimac was gone. I mean, just gone. I think it crossed the quarter mile line doing around 230 miles an hour. So in a quarter mile drag race, okay, anything under 10 seconds is something you are legitimately allowed to brag about. Anything under 10 seconds is ridiculous. That means you have a fast car, like freakishly quick. Supercars sometimes can't quite manage 10 seconds. You can do a 9.7 or a 9.6, boom, you've got a hell of a car. The F1 car did it in 9.7. The Rimac, 8.4. 8.4. Ridiculous. Like, I can't even imagine what that feels like inside the car. What that does to you inside the car. That's ridiculous. But anyway, I want one. Yeah, the Rimac's just crazy. And it's a Croatian car. Croatian build. Yeah. Look, I tell you what though, if you put, okay, the F1 car lost the drag race, okay, but if you put all three of those cars, the McMurtry and, I don't know about the McMurtry actually, because that generates grip with a fan, and that is heavy. That's heavy downforce. I think the car weighs like 6 times its normal weight at full speed or something. I don't know what it is. It's a ridiculous amount. I think if you put them around an F1 track like Silverstone here, the F1 car's going to win. The Rimac wouldn't have a chance. Oh, it's quick, but when it comes to the corners, the F1 car's just bye-bye. Ta-ta, bye-bye, see you. And the McMurtry, I don't know. I don't think so. I think the F1 car would beat the other two. But there you go. Depends on the environment. But in a drag race, F1 cars are not built for drag racing. They're built for circuit racing. The Bugatti Chiron will beat an F1 car in a drag race. Right, let's see if we can beat a 205. Actually, the Bugatti Chiron 300, Supersport 300, is called 300 because that's how fast it went. Was it 307 miles an hour? Miles, not kilometers. 307 miles an hour. The Bugatti Chiron Supersport. The Supersport 300. Let's get it right. Yeah, they did a special version. 300 miles an hour. 300. It used to be 200 was the magic mark, and then the McLaren F1 car did 231 miles an hour. The Bugatti Veyron did like 240 something. Then the Chiron just went, hold my beer, 304 miles an hour. Like, what? Honestly, in a road car. Absolutely freaking nuts, and I love it. Right, what's going on with my thing here? There we go. 300. Yeah, and I tell you where the F1 car will always win as well is in a brake test, in braking. F1 car can brake harder than what it can accelerate. Brakes are ridiculous. If you've got watery eyes, then the water or the tears or whatever in your eyes at full braking will come out and they'll splash onto the back of the visor of your helmet. That's the braking in an F1 car. Absolutely nuts. F1 car's advantage is its weight. It's like 600 kilos. Well, they're a bit heavier now, I think, though. In the last couple of years with the new ground effect cars, they're a bit heavier. Certainly since they've gone with these quieter hybrid cars. But anyway, let's go. Let's see what the delta time says. I have no idea how this car's going to react here. Okay, it's still understeering a little there. So we need to, slow speed understeer is still a thing. So we need to get that washed out. We're losing delta now, it's going to go into the red. So we lost time in those corners. Second gear, wow. Normally that's a third gear corner, but not in the Stangs. I felt better through there though. Oh, look at that understeer. Okay, let's see if we can dial some of this understeer out. Oops, what did I click timetables for? Yeah, basically you're strapped to a very fast engine. Okay, so let's go for... I'm going to drop the front by 1. I don't want to do big steps because it's bad news. And that one. And I also want to get a bit more straight line, so I'm going to reduce this. And I want to go faster. Put that there. We'll just do that for now. Don't want to make too many changes because then if it all goes wrong, I won't know which change it was that I made that messed up. Right, so it seems if I can't solve the widget problem, then I have to, if I want to show these, I have to do it in desktop mode. Which I don't like using desktop mode. But I do have a Discord channel for this app, so I'll maybe go and ask on there. So you can see my percentage accelerator as well, 100%. The fact that I should be trail braking, I'm very bad at doing that and I should do it more. Oh dear me. Back end wanted, oh look at this now. Did I change too much? Yikes. Christ. Curb crawler. Normally this is second gear, but this car seems to want... Oops, missed that apex. This is not my hot lap, so it doesn't matter. Also want to test out a race scenario as well to see the leaderboard thing, make sure that's showing all the right information. that didn't go well. We've lost grip. No. Yikes. Am I just pushing too hard through there? Is that what it is? Car didn't like that. Do you have enough torque to get around here in 6th gear? Oh, not a lot. Okay, I'm going to move the brake bias forward a little. If you move the brake bias to the rear, you can get more rotation of the car under braking. If you want to help it round a corner. But in the slow corners, this thing doesn't really need any help. It's rotating a little bit too much for my liking. Then you have to consider, like for each corner, there's 3 parts to it. You got the entry, the apex or the middle, yeah, and then the exit. And the car can behave differently. Like it's how a car behaves on the entry to a corner, and then on the exit. And it might enter very well into the corner, but then when you throttle down, it might just do that. You see, and then you've got to set the car up so that it's kind of balanced for both entry and exit. And that gives you confidence to push the car. I'm going to see if I can get rid of that pink background as well on that thing. Oh, she does not want to turn in. Jesus. Right, don't push too hard here. Brake a bit harder. Smooth is quick. Okay, it is because we're 3.5 tenths up. It feels slow though. It must be because of the sound of this engine. Come on, baby, turn in. Nice, nice, nice. Now this is where it gets a bit squirrely. Take it easy on that throttle. Let it coast through. Oh, I think that's an illegal lap. It will not go through there full throttle like other cars. I couldn't get it to do it before, at least not with my setup that I had. I need to work on setup so I can push it through that corner flat out, but you can't just set the car up for one corner because you might compromise it for 3 others. Yeah, so it's not a great lap, but we are half a second up, but we need to be 4 seconds up really. Come on, brakes, Jesus. How heavy is this thing? They can't be too heavy because there's mandated rules on how heavy they can be. Surely. Feels like it weighs a ton. We lost 0.4 of a second there. I mean, we went quicker, but I think it was an illegal lap time. Oh. American cars, why don't they turn into corners? Yeah, when it's not turning in enough, that's your understeer. When it's turning in too much and the back end goes, that's your oversteer. Oh, just can't get this freaking thing to turn in. Okay, let's pick a different car, go into race scenario because I want to check out this baby here, and also the pink. What the hell's the pink thing? Pink. Let's have a look. Standings, widgets, last lap time, air temperature, brake bias, burned calories. Oh yeah, this app can also monitor your heart rate. You need a piece of hardware, obviously. Okay. Is there anything to do streaming info? Huh? Dark background. No. Oh. So it's a browser as well. It has a browser URL, which, if I had a dynamic DNS, I could show that. Other people could see that as well. Yeah, he's got, so you can use a browser window to do it. That's interesting. Right, highlighted lap times, background opacity, 50%. There's nothing about that pink underneath either. Sidebar background opacity. That's not changing anything. I think it will change live. If I was to change this. Yeah, see, it does. It changes live. So, okay. So if I was to, if I was to scale it up to there. Oh yeah. Okay. Let's go to... But what's the purpley purple? Pink, whatever color that is. Back separation. There's so many freaking options. Weather monitor, I don't have that. Flags. Flags. Okay. Alright, let's take something quintessentially British, shall we? Yeah, it's weird. So, another brick. I was actually thinking of the Aston Martin, not the V12 though, the V8 Vantage. Beach Dean Farmhouse Dairy Ice Cream. For all your ice cream throat needs. Okay. Do we have a BR? What's it called? I was going to say BRG, but British Racing Green. It's kind of cool. Rilmer Racing. Well, I know what Rilmer is. Rilmer is mine. That is Riley and Merlin. Sure. And track. Yum yum. See, I got that off Mandy. Kathy. Yum yum yum. It just happened one day. 3 things I've said on stream now that come from her. Perhapsly. Yum yum when I'm thinking of something instead of me going and fridge instead of the F-bomb. Anyway, it's no bad thing. So, sure, Barcelona. I can hear Freddie Mercury from here. And let's go into a quick race. 10 minutes. I'm going to put this down to 90 because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen here. And I also want the weather to be light rain. Because yes, different. Yeah, fridge. She says fridge. It's great. It's still got that pink hue. Oh, it generates a QR code that you can then Upload to other devices? How can that? Oh, only locally though. If I open this in a browser, does the browser have the pink? Let's check. You can see the browser. We have blocked ads. Okay, well, it's not an advert, so it's actually not showing the pink, is it? And if we were to make the rest of the browser opaque, interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Right, so we have a 10-minute wet race then. You're going to have to get out of my way, buddy. Oh, actually, I need to go into the setup. Can you just go over here? No, don't go into an aggressive setup, you moron. Let's just try a default wet setup. Because I've got no setup worked on here, that's why I'm lowering the AI. Oh, balls. Come on. Okay, now you can go up there. Oh, we've got the standings at the bottom as well. There must be a way to get rid of this, you know. Options. Heads up display. This. Everything dissed, yes? Does that make it go? No, are you mad? Now I don't have my tire information. Come on, car. Where's my wipers? Okay. Just checking. I just needed to know what button it was on. It looks like it's a wet track, but it's not raining at the moment. Oh, listen to that Aston engine. Green? I'm miles behind. I was looking where I was. Last but one. My proximity thing's not on the screen. My mirror's not on the screen. I'm blind, guys. I'm blind. My proximity radar that I need. What's going on? I've got no low-end power. Too much traction control, I bet. Okay, I've turned my traction down to 6. The car just was not putting the power down. I think that top left window widget needs to be made bigger. It's a little bit too small. I had to do that on the inside, otherwise I was going to hit him. Careful of the curbs. Slick tires optimum. It was I chose a wet race. Do I pit for slicks? What are these guys all on? Are they on wet tires? Oh, come on, get off my ass. Oh, right. Let's just hold it here, guys. This is one thing in sim racing which fucks me right off. Look at this. When an AI car makes contact with a player car, it gets onto you and it starts pushing you, and it will not back off, it will not let go until you spin. Look at this. Right, watch. This isn't the only sim that does this, by the way. There's a few sims that are guilty of this. They just can't program the AI properly. The only one possibly that might be excluded from this is Automobilista, because they've got decent AI. But look, so we're looking at this Nissan GTR. So he's going to make contact, right? And he should be backing off now, hitting the brakes, getting away from it, but he's staying there, pushing his luck more than anything. And he's going to just, see, he doesn't back off, nothing, and I end up spinning. And there's no way out of it. Right, I need to get back some of my viewing options. Yeah, no, this is all to do with... So there's nowhere in the game then that shows... that... Online stats, no. Pit markers. Right, I want my tire information. I don't need the circuit map. What else did I need that I lost? Oh, the proximity indicators, which this app also has. Green light. Radar? Don't know. Do I need that? No idea. And also, while we're here, let's make this a little bit larger. So we'll scale it up to maybe 20. That'll be better. Okay. I guess this is me, Oliver Wilkinson. I seem to be Oliver everywhere. Yeah, GTR drivers. They're a certain type, aren't they? So, do we get shitty weather now? Because I'm on wet tires here. What if the AI pit... Because let's look, the track's wet, right? It's not going to dry out in the next 10 minutes. So I'm staying on wet tires. The racing line will dry out, but I can always move off the racing line to keep the tires cool. Yeah, I've got my radar on the screen now, so I can see where the other cars are. And that will hopefully avoid, well, it doesn't really avoid it, but... Coming for you. I'm coming for you. Thank you, Bentley, for blocking the way. Sorry, Miss Daisy. Wet curbs, not your best friend. NSX, hello. Come on, you're going to need to go quicker than that, buddy. I'm on half throttle here. Oh, defending there from the Aston. You little Aston. Traction from 8 down to 5 is working nice. Get the power down so much early. And it delivers without spinning up. Come on, baby. Whoa, okay, that was a bit of a slippy moment there. Oh, I can't read that message, Kay. It's too long for when I'm in the game, in racing. I'll catch it. I'll catch up with it. So, slick tires, I don't know. There's not a lot of spray coming off the cars, so it's not that wet. But do I stay on wet tires? Do I switch to slicks? What are the cars on? If these guys all pit, do I stay out and get a massive advantage? Or, I mean, my tires are overheating. I can't do 10 minutes on these. They'll puncture. They'll burst. And yeah, you can puncture the tires if they get too hot for too long. But they're going to have to be bright red for that. And even then, they can take it for a while. These tires are getting too hot, man. What if everybody else is on dry tires and that's why they're so slow and that's why I'm making so much ground? That means they won't have to pit and I will. Maybe they're on dry tires, which is why I'm so quick compared to them. And then as the track dries out, I'm going to have no grip, overheated tires, and they're going to be fine. And yeah, and they don't need to pit, which means I'm done for. Yeah, the weather forecast, there's no rain coming either. I should have looked at the weather forecast before the race. Grip? What grip? Tires are just... they're going to be gone, man. I went from 22nd to 9th place, but I think only because they're on dries. I don't know, it doesn't show on the widget thingy what tires they're on. Oh, but my grip level now is just... the advantage has swung to them now. How do I call the pits? Just pit? But I need my pit board. I need my pit board. How do I bring it up? I'm going to lose positions while I figure out how to bring up my pit board. I think it's on my little joystick on the wheel. There it is. Oh, it's covered it up. My widget's covering it. I'm going to have to pause the game while I move that widget out of the way. Can't even do that. Where's my mouse? Fuck, Jesus. You go up here. Man, the time remaining in the race is no longer there. That's another thing I should have put on. $50? Oh, crumbs. We're going to be the only ones pitting. Christ. We're done for. It's only a 10-minute race. Yeah, great. We're only a minute behind now. Minute 20 seconds behind. Awesome. That's it then, we're going to be last. If they're all on wet tyres though, well, I don't think so though. Right, the gap to the car in front is 1 minute and 26 seconds, which is impossible obviously to make, even in a 2-hour race. I wouldn't make that up. So it might be an idea to restart the race with a dry setup. Gaining. If they were on wet tyres, I would be gaining a lot by now. So I think we just have to abandon the race, because this is a practice session otherwise. If we restart this race, it should be the same conditions as what we have now. Well, let's do that. There's no point me going around on my own, is there really? It's a waste of time. A waste of my time, a waste of your time. I ain't gonna do it, no sir. Okay, let's go. So, dry tyres then, so we've got to take it easy while we're on the wet track. You dare piss down with rain now. Don't you even think about it. Wet tires optimum. Get screwed. Dry tyres on a wet track, yep, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, stop. Oh, it's a little bit slippy. Hello, Jaguar. Ooh. So slick tyres going to be optimal what, around this next corner? These slicks are holding on pretty well here. Okay, so they're freaking cold, as you can see on the temperatures. They are cold as ice. But they should heat up as, well, the racetrack's not going to get... it's not going to be great, is it? Tire pressures are super low. I think I'm actually quicker. That I just don't feel I can make a safe pass at the moment. It's not going to tell me slick tires optimum, is it? Because I'm already on them. Slipstream, slipstream. Right, Lexus, you're next. I hope. On the outside, is it doable? Is it doable? Is it doable? Oh! The answer is yes, it was, but I let myself get on the goose. On the turf. Outbrake him. Outbrake him. Wait for his brake lights and then count to 0.5 and then brake. He's still ahead of us. I'm going to have to give him the corner because otherwise we're going to crash. Oh, he's backed off. Does it wear me out mentally? Yeah, eventually, yeah. I mean, if you do too much of it, yeah, it's mentally draining. Physically as well with this wheel, you know. You should try it. Come and try it. The wheel's not that bad in the wet. It's not that bad because the steering's not so heavy on a wet track. The faster you go, the heavier the steering gets. It does physically, it's a bit of a workout, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah. Look at the gap in front now, what is it? Doesn't look like it's saying anything. Yeah, it is physically and mentally, yeah. But if you think about it, like my wheel maximum power is 8 Newton meters, which is enough for me. And the pro sim racers like Jardy and stuff, their wheelbase does 25 Newton meters. But so yeah, it's 3 times stronger. But they don't run percentage strength settings like I do. I'm probably up at like 60-70% strength on the wheel. I think it's 60% in Assetto here. So the wheel's got 40% more power. And then on the heavier wheelbases, they're running maybe 40%, maybe less, I don't know. Especially if you're running 2 hours or 8-hour races. You know, in an 8-hour race, okay, so you race 2 hours, you pit, you drive a swap, the other guy takes over, and then you for 2 hours, and then you pit and blah blah blah. And that 2-hour break is good mentally. It gives you a little chance to rest up as well. Oh, I got a good run off the corner. Oh. Yeah, but driving in real life isn't like this. This is racing. this isn't going down to Asda for a loaf of bread. And it's much better than a controller, guarantee. These three cars in front of me are the leaders. Maybe I shouldn't have turned the AI down. I was expecting, you know, windscreen wipers and raindrops and low visibility. I think I've got the variability set to like 30%, so that probably explains why it is like it is. And the weather forecast, which is just above where the green tyres are, it's showing rain in 30 minutes, but the race will be over by then. How long have I got left? I don't know. My widget to tell me that isn't on the screen. I don't know how much time is remaining. It doesn't tell me anywhere. I want to know how much time I've got to get past these three leaders and win this frickin' race. We gotta win this race. That's Eddie Murphy doing a skit on Elvis. Come on Elvis, we gotta win the race. We gotta win this race. Like some lemonade? Lemonade, a cool, refreshing drink. Oops, my bad, my bad. Sorry. I was coasting through the corner to try and stay ahead of the car I'd just overtaken, and I got too close. Definitely dry now. There's a little bit greasy still, I think. Okay, we're on the leader, baby. Looks like a Porsche 992, my baby. I don't want to damage my baby, so I'm going to pass him carefully. Two cars don't go through this corner, do they? Okay, I'm reducing my traction because track's drying out. No! No, that was the last lap! Oh, I would have really gone for it had I known. Ah! So I'm second. Guys, we've got to put that thing on. My thing. Yeah. You just go over here a second, thank you. I was second by half a second. No fair. That's not right. One more lap. Maybe I should put this dude over here. Porsche, I tell you. Maybe I should be driving the... I know the Porsche is not the best car to be driving in this game. The Aston's pretty good though. It feels really, really nice. It feels stable, even though I got squirrely a couple of times. But it feels like it's stable enough that makes you want to push. You know, gives you the confidence to push. Oh, my lights are off. Will I get sanctioned for not putting my lights on? Probably. I don't know what the rules are. I think you have to have your lights on in the wet, right? I don't know. I haven't looked up the GT3 rules, to be honest. Looks good, doesn't it, though? Oh, man. Okay. Where's my mouse? Oh, let's go to the last lap. Just the last few corners with me not knowing. Look at that Porsche livery. Oh no, we need to go further back. So there's me chasing the leader, unknowing that this was the final lap. Yeah, I don't know if I can bring up the information on these cars. I'll have to have a look. Honestly can't remember. I'm so scatterbrained with stuff like this. We'll have a look and see. But I think in GT3 they're all mandated to a certain. They can't. I know they can't go under a certain weight, but there may be a weight limit as well. See, I would have been a bit more aggressive there. I backed off because I said two cars don't go into that corner, but. Had it been the last lap? Yeah, I would have gone for that. Oh, baby, yes. Right, so we want the session settings, right? Blah, 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 diddly boom, boom, bum, bum, bum. You guys can probably see it, session info. So, in terms of car weight, I don't know what the GT3 rules are on it. I'll have to maybe look them up. Because whatever the rules are, you can be sure this simulator will abide by it. But if we go back to here, because this is started off just being Assetto Corsa Competitzione at the beginning, was all about the blank pane GT3 championship. And then we've added GT4, we've got GT2 cars now, which are more powerful than the GT3s. But as I've stated in the past, the difference is that while the GT2s are quicker in a straight line, they're less dependent on aero. So, and aero helps you around the corners. So the GT3 car will be quicker around a lap. But in a straight line, the GT2 car should be a little bit quicker. So here we don't have car info, really. Like, it'd be nice to have some info about weights and stuff. But we can open the doors. So that's something. And it's fully detailed inside, like nuts, bolts, everything. And then we have the rear lights as well. We've got the rain light, which is down there. Did I put that on? Ah, it wasn't really raining though. I do have a button on my wheel for the rain light, and I think I know which one it is. And then we've got the daytime running lights, which obviously you don't get on the front. And then we have the low. So where's the DRLs on this? Let's have a look. It has to have something. Sometimes they're in here. They go around the grille. No daytime running lights on the Aston. Eh? Am I seeing stuff? Nothing's happening, is it? Sometimes they have lights at the top here. Sometimes they have them around the grille, depending on the car. And indicators, of course, just in case you need to let your guy behind know that you're letting him past or whatever. Although, why would I do that? In the showroom, this would be a perfect place to put info on the car, but it doesn't look like we have anything. These car models are just exceptional, aren't they? They're beautiful. I also set a quick time with this bugger. This is the GT3 Evo 2. I think it's known for having a loose rear end. See, this has got the daytime running lights, look. And then you have the full, and then you go off. And you got the doors. None of these are scissor doors, the Lamborghini scissor doors. They don't have those. Not on GT3s anyway. Brake light. Does it not show the brake lights? Rain light. Yeah. It's not showing the brake light, but that's okay. Yeah, Lambos are just, I mean, you just know, like every Lambo that's in this it looks like that. Even the one that's not called a Lambo, but it is. What's it called again? It's a Lamborghini Gallardo, basically, but it's not called that. What do they call them? Reiter? Is it the Reiter? Reiter. Paperback. There it is. Reiter Engineering. Tell me this isn't a Lambo. I mean, it is. It is. It just is. I mean, it's even got the badge, but just a different thing on it. It's a Gallardo, but it's called Reiter. Just in the same kind of way that RUF do the Porsche. It's a Porsche body, but basically it's the rest is all done by a company, RUF. What the hell is that livery? The Alpine GT4. Very slow cars, these ones, a lot slower, but they're fun. Camaro. That's not going to go around a corner either, is it? Now, what I was saying before about the length of the Mustang being around that of the M6. Look, the M6, and it's not too dissimilar a shape either. This is quite a long-ish car. I've always had a soft spot for the 6 Series. You don't see many of them around. Everybody goes for the 3 Series, the 5. I've always loved the 6. Always. Don't know why. Just always had a thing for it. But if you look at that compared to the Mustang, see what I mean? But I don't know about lengths on this. I don't know what the stats are on it. Should we customize a livery for this? Oh, can we keep that? Right, we've got 3 colors. Okay, give me 3 colors. We've got base, which is your white, your accent, which is your black, and your trim, which is your red. What we're going with? Yeah, hey, the roof is good though. There's one called the Yellowbird, the roof Yellowbird. There's a more modern one, and the old one, the old roof. There's a lap around the notch. You really have to check this out. On YouTube, there is a lap of the roof Yellowbird on the Nordschleife. And it's the old 1972, I don't know, 72, 82 roof. The old Porsche. Man, it's a car that it wants you dead on every corner. It wants to kill you. But the problem is that the guy behind the wheel is very, very good at what he does, and he handles that car really well. Oh, come on, be a sport, pick a color. Anyway, let's go with blue, metallic. Here, I was thinking, oops, whoa! Serendipity. You know when you just stumble onto something that looks really cool? Oh, yeah, if you can extract the best times out of them. Oh, I love this color. This particularly like limey color, but in metallic. I had a toy car with it. It was a Lincoln Continental in this color, and I've always loved it. And when I see real cars, I think the Ford Fiesta has this color as well. I love it. There's just something about it. That black sits well, but what would go with this color? What would go with this? Bubblegum. Come on, Kay, help me out here. Color matching. Women know how to color coordinate, guys don't. So, what is this color anyway? What's the one we just got on the other one? Let's pick this. 521. I was thinking blue, but it doesn't work. Does orange work? Yikes. I don't know, maybe like a grey, but we turn it chrome or something like that, so it's like a silvery. Okay, maybe it needs to be white then to get chrome. You know what I mean? Yeah, with a white skirt. What, this in yellow? Oh, it's doing this. Oh, shoot. Okay. I thought it was changing the... So you can't get the horse off the car. Right. You can get rid of it though. If I chose 521 here, it would just look like it's gone. I was wanting some chrome on the back here. Clear chrome and chrome. And then the wheels. I'm not a big fan of black wheels so much. All the detail that's in that wheel, the spokes, and it's all, you can't see it because it's black. And I'm just not a fan. I don't know if this would work though. That kind of goldy color. Does that work? Mama. We'll just do an Elite Dangerous car number, 07. Elite Racing Team, there you go. Nationality. Hey, come on, man. Cup, Pro-Am or Am? Let's go Pro-Am. Sponsors. Well, currently we have Mustang GT3 across the windscreen. Is that even changeable? Oh, sorry, that's a different thing. Sorry, that doesn't change. It's this one. So Fanatec. Intelligent Money. I'm not advertising for you. You like the black wheels? There's more detail. You can see the detail on them now. And this sponsor, is that on the rear wing? Ah, Thrustmaster. Well, I do have Thrustmaster stuff. I do have Logitech stuff. Nvidia, sure. Why not? Nvidia. It's the way it's meant to be played, right? So let's save that one. Am I going to race it though? No. But it's there. So what we're going to have a go at. See, this is the car. This is the 992. Why does this look different to the road car? The rear wheel looks the same size as the front. Well, no, actually, the wheel looks, you got thinner tire, what's not thinner, what do you call it? Less height tire wall. This one looks a bit thicker at the back, unless I'm seeing things. Normally the rear wheels on the Porsches, a little bit bigger than the front ones. They look equal here. That's probably a requirement. That could be why that rim looks bigger. Wow! Hi, my eyes, my eyes. That was bright. Oh. What was the livery that was on that one that beat us? It had teeth, didn't it? It must have been one of these. Look at this red. I love it. There's one similar to this that's pearlescent, in this color but pearlescent, which I think is what they refer to as candy apple red, which when done on the right car looks just freaking awesome. Oh, hello. Was it the 992 that beat us? Because I didn't see on the leaderboard. I didn't check. So I'm just going to quickly run through these. I know it had like teeth looking things on it. And that blue's gorgeous. Oh, it wasn't a 992 then. So what the frig else could it be? 991? Yeah. Yeah, it could be. The 992 is noticeable because the rear light, it has a strip that goes all the way across. These are two separated ones. Don't make me go through all of these. That's one of mine. I have to get rid of it because it's shite. You can actually do your own full liveries and import them into the game. The problem is, it takes me a while and the templates just look weird. I thought that was the Coyote from the Roadrunner. Is it not possible to use cursor keys to get to the next livery? So it was black, wasn't it? And it had teeth on the back. Well, that's what I call them. Matte black looks nice. Ooh, kinky. What the hell is that? Oh, fire. There you go. You might like that one. White and orangey pink. Can you imagine if you had a racing sim and you were doing your own liveries, what you'd come up with? That's nice. Where the hell is this freaking car? Oh, look at that. That looks old school. Oh, that's really cool. That looks like it's a livery that was used on a very old 911 from way back, and they've just put it on a new one. There it is. Oh no, it's a Leaf. That's the one that beat us, the little basket. It's you, EBM. This car is the highlight of the show. we try a Porsche? I don't know. There's a Porsche for you. I'm not sure if this is the Moby Dick, what they call the Moby Dick car. This one. Pretty sure it is a 935. I think that is Moby Dick. Let me have a look. I'm just going to Google it. Porsche Moby Dick. Well, yeah, 935/78. I don't know if this is that particular one. The bodywork looks a little bit different, but it also looks the same. Too busy colouring. Right, what car don't I drive? Like, hardly ever. Believe it or not, I hardly ever drive the BMWs. Or the Jag. Yeah, it's strange. I drive BMW, but I barely drive the thing. Got the M4 here. With the rabbit teeth kidney grills. I quite like those now. Got into those. I don't know. Maybe we should Beamer it. Are they all running this M Sport livery? Because they all seem to be running something vroom. Okay, let's go with this. And we're going to pick a different track here. Hungaroring would not be suited to this car, I don't think. It's too long. Spa. Spa-Francorchamps. Very thingy circuit, iconic. Weather. In Spa, rain. Always. Let's put it to cloudy. What I would like here to see here is random weather. I know you can just pick randomize and don't look and then just go into the race. You can just do this, you know. And then you just kind of go in. You choose the amount of rain, stuff like that. Let's go with medium rain, shall we? Sure. A wet race at Spa. Yep. Why not? MDK. Is that what it was? Okay, now I have buttons for lights and wipers. The wiper button is there. The light button may be on the other side. I can't tell. So I'm just going to do a false start here. So wipers on. There's my lights. Okay, so I've got lights and wipers. Fast wipe. Faster wipe again. And then off, I think. Yep. And then my rain light on the back would be... Is it on already? No. So I engage it with that. And if I do... Oh, it doesn't go to the side. How do I do my indicators? There you go. Indicating to the right. Hazards. And... Okay, cool. And then from the front... I have to do this before they all come round. Why is the guy behind me not moving? Oh, you all waiting for me? And then my light should be... Right, daytime running is always on. Okay, cool. Fine. Okay, I'm happy with that. Let's go put a wet setup on. Just preset setup. Nothing that I've customized. So that's going to be awesome. And let's restart. Okay, so I know where all my stuff is. So make sure that my lights are on, my rain light is on, and my wipers. So, rain light, headlights, wipers. Salted. Yeah, I wouldn't want to mess with them. So So I'm going to slightly press the brakes, 24% there, but you can just slightly press the brakes and move, and that way I'm heating the brakes up. Where are we? Oh, Spa. Ooh, I better get moving. Traction on 4. Is that going to be enough? I'm sitting too low. What am I, 4'6"? Oh, I went through a puddle. I just felt it. I think the BMW, from what I remember, has got very good straight line speed. Oh, come on, you're going way too slow, man, through the corners. Oh! Get a seat cushion. I don't think you can. I think you can adjust your seats. In fact, I don't think you can actually, come to think of it. Am I last? Because that's where... No, I'm not. Oops. See, you have to start again. I asked if I was last because simulator wants me to be last, and I looked up at the timing in the top right there, and when I put for a second, half a second, just looked up, 12. Okay, look down again. And there was a corner coming up and I missed it. So let's start again. Throughout all of that lap, I was not focused and I need to go into the garage. Or do I? No, I don't. I can just go do it from here. So, right, so TC5. So I'm just going to turn my buttons on my wheel to match that. ABS is set to 3. That's what I've got mine set to. Engine mapping set to 6. That must be for a... Maybe that's for a wet race. Who knows? Right, so rain light, headlight, wipers, faster wipers. Focus this time. Come on, Honda. Driving these cars that have got low-end sound on the engines. Oh my god, if you hit any standing water, you're a passenger. Nissan driver, be careful. Come on, GTR, out my way. Ah! I should know not to hit the curbs in the wet. They are slippy as fudge. ay. Same place as last time. Dude. Hell and high water. The bastard would not go in reverse. Sorry, it wouldn't even go into neutral. Oh my god, I got no rear end at all. Well, if it gets too wet, they will abort the race. But they only do it after maybe 5 cars have crashed. Right, come on Beamer, straight line speed, let's frickin' go. Traction control reduced just for the straight. And we'll put the traction back up again for the corners, not this one. It's got one of those engines that when it's at full revs, it sounds like a diesel at 3,000 revs. Same as Corvette is the same. The AMG Mercedes is the same. It's low sounding. Mustang's the same. Come on, go! I've got full beam on here. Am I allowed to? Yep. I think that's not full beam, it's just a light on indicator that happens to be blue. Oh my god, there's a puddle on that thing, on that part. I don't know how, we're going uphill. There you go, water that defies physics. Oh, it takes so long to put the power down. Traction on 2 now. Oh, that's better. As long as it doesn't spin the back end, that's much better putting the power down now. I'm so cautious about going for a pass on the inside because visibility is reduced, and I don't know, there's 3 cars here, all line astern. So I'm going to have to pass through them. Just get a good run off this corner here, not this one, the next one. And just use my speed. Ah, oh, Christ almighty. On a Ryvita. Come on, Beamer. Beamer baby tonight. That's what you get for not having enough traction control. Oh, fuck off. And now we're last, which is where it wants me. Dude, I got nothing here now. Are you sure we got wet frickin' tyres on? Oh well, back to a practice session now then. I just lost the back end. Just coming around that corner there, just the back end just went. Grip, the tyres just couldn't take any more and that was it. See, for me, when this happens, I've abandoned the race already. When this happens, it's normally telling, to my mind, this is move the brake balance to the front when the back end's going under braking. But in a wet race, the tendency is to move the brake balance rearward while I'm going front. And if it gets worse, these are just test laps now. I'm done with this. Moving the brake balance rear rotates the car under braking, so I'm going to move it forwards to cut that out. See, I just lost grip there. That was a four-wheel slide. I know because I felt it in the wheel. It just goes light. Wouldn't mind running this back in the dry. I think I did an early shift there. I mean, we've gained about 3 seconds, 2/3 of this lap. Now look, I can see on the graph there that my brake pedal wasn't at 100%. If I was in a sim rig, like in an actual sit-down sim rig that you can buy, obviously you can't just go out and buy one of those and put it on my current setup because my monitors are on a desk and you need to have a big monitor that's low down attached to the sim rig, right? But if we were on a sim rig, the point I'm making is I'm in a seat that cannot move. It's not movable. So I can slam the brake pedal with everything I have and it's going to be fine. But on a chair with wheels, where if you slam it too hard, it moves the chair back, I'm at a disadvantage. So even if I was in a sim rig, I'm convinced I would be making quicker lap times than what I do now. I'm convinced of that. It's all about having the right equipment. Okay, dry then. I don't like this engine. Honestly, when it's at full revs and the revs are flashing, this isn't a problem in a Lamborghini. When a Lamborghini's on full revs, it screams at you. This is just like it's growling at you like a playful dog. It doesn't sound like it's ready to change gear. So I have to go by the rev lights, then the sound. I like to go by the engine sound to tell me when to change or to shift. I can't do it with these lower rev cars. They're just weird. front of that car dipping under braking, wow. Oh, these curbs, what is wrong? What are they put grease on them? It's always in that corner. This car does not like those curbs. Maybe they've got those big teeth and they're not smooth, I don't know. Either way, don't like them. They're disobeying track limits like a bastard. Was my brakes on 100% there? My brake pedal? Because I don't know. Do the brakes just suck in this car? I don't know why my brake is flashing orange. It does that on the Fanatec software as well. It goes to red, then it flashes orange. I'm wondering if that's because it's a ABS thing. I don't know. Right, what's the gap? 4.9. Can't be. The bottom left timing screen is different to the top right in terms of the numbers it's telling me. I don't know what's going on. I think the top right one is live. So yeah, 5.3 now. I think it's real time and the... Okay. Right. I'm really slow here because I've got the next guy coming at me. Yeah, this car sucks, man. No wonder the sim racers, the elite sim racers, stay away from it. And why I don't use it. Look at the gap he's pulling out. It's only in the straight lines here where I'm catching back up again. In the corners, this thing sucks ass. And yes, that was clearly deliberate from me. What's good for the goose and all that stuff. Yeah, its straight line speed is amazing, but everywhere else it's just not great. And that's down to the developers changing the balance of performance per track. So this car might perform well at other tracks, but this car maybe not one of them. I've got traction control off at the moment. See, that car's caught up to me again, look. See, he's attacking. That's because through the corners this car just is so bad. But there's only one decent straight on this track, and I'm not making up enough time based on what I'm losing around the rest of the lap. So I'm operating at a net loss here. And it would not shift down to second when I asked it to, so we ran wide. Thank you. Right, the gap is 7.6. 7.9. Okay, forget it. And this lap doesn't count for what I wanted to test. I'm done. I'm not getting any satisfaction from it. I'm not enjoying myself. And there's no point. If you're not enjoying yourself, there's no point. So yeah, I'm not at this stage where I have like a really good setup for all the cars at all the tracks. I wish I did. Let's go with this one. Same track. Yeah, I haven't worked on it enough to do that. It would take me weeks to set something like that up. I don't think I've got one for this either. Oh, hello. Which is the later one? This one, right? This is set up for a 30-minute race. Okay, so basically we're talking about fuel loads here then. And this is going to be a 10-minute race. So can we just divide that by 3? Let's go with 20 liters and hope. I'll leave the rest. It's a customized aggressive setup, no doubt. Okay, Ferrari, come on. Oh, hold on. What's my traction? 5. And my ABS 4. The dials on my wheel has to match, otherwise I won't know what the hell I'm on. Right, I'm going to dial the traction down to... Oh, sugar, I was looking at TC2. Traction's on 3. Okay, so 3 and ABS 4. Cool, go. Well, you know, it's like anything. Certain cars are going to suit certain tracks. Certain cars are going to suit the player. Like, you know, every sim racer is going to tell you that they've got cars they don't like to drive, and they've got cars that they do like. And it's probably the same in real life. There's going to be cars you won't like the feel of, and some you will. And it's just a case of figuring those out. But there's also the other thing. You might not like the BMW M6 because it sucks in the corners, but there may be a certain track where it excels at, and then you think, well, I don't like the car, but I'm taking it anyway because it's really good on this track. So there's that. Anyway, let me just quickly try and make some ground here. That sounds like a Lambo. Did you hear that? That sounded to me like a Lamborghini. Is there one close by? It was screaming. I'm just taking some optimistic opportunities here. certain curbs I guess I want to be staying away from. The BMW did not like that curb either, and this one was having a bit of a moan there. How much better it took that corner than the Beamer did. Got turbulent air behind a car in front if it's close, and you lose downforce on the front end. BMW then, there it is. There's no Lamborghinis around. I wonder what it was that screamed off that corner. Woohoo! That was nice. No downshifting, just coasted through it. Right, hello Honda. Where did we meet just not so long ago? Gotta be so gentle applying the throttle. I could be more aggressive on the throttle if I turned up the traction control, but I don't want to. I'll just try and be more progressive as I apply the throttle and not be so 100%. I do tend to stamp the throttle down, and that can upset the car sometimes. This is a much better drive than the Beamer. Good exit. Mercedes next, right? Look at that, same gear. You had to downshift in the Beamer. Oh, that was too optimistic perhaps. I got him though, but yeah, hard but fair. The AI in this game, to be fair, isn't the best, unfortunately. It's a shame because it excels everywhere else. If it had the AI like Automobilista 2 does, this game would be the best one around. For, you know, for offline. But in my opinion, Automobilista's got the best AI of all of the Sims at the moment. You see me out there on the downshifts, blipping the throttle. It's for rev matching, so that the car doesn't mind. The rear end doesn't like lock up or anything. Oh, come on, baby. This looks like an Audi R8 in front of me. Touch me, Audi. Don't punt into me. 5th. 3 minutes to go. We're not going to win then. Will we get on the podium? Oh, I misjudged that. I thought there was a curb on my left hand side that I was going to use for my brake point, and there wasn't. I should legally let that guy go back through again, but he's too far back. Is he? No, he's right there. Well, I'm going to play fair. Put myself back into 5th. I shouldn't. I don't owe you anything, you bastard AIs. Oh, I gave it everything to there, hoping it would hold on, and it just about did. Woohoo! Yeah, it was a bit... I only took that place because I overshot my braking. So it only fair to give it back to him, but at least I got it back again. Now if I can take this next guy in the next lap, this lap and one more, we can get 3rd. Sliding. Do not increase traction control. Keep it where it is and just deal with it. Oh, nice run off the corner there. Perfect shifting. Come on. Everything has to be spot on here. Slight lift, back on the power. I've got one lap to catch this Audi and pass him. Come on baby, turn. Go. Power, everything. I'm going to try. Eau Rouge, into Eau Rouge. Come on baby, slipstream, in the slipstream. Oh man, that Audi's got, that Lexus actually, he's got some pace in a straight line. Come on. Where do I take him? Backed out of that one. Where do I take him? Oh, come on. That was you not being a little bit fair there, boy. Squashing me out. That's not. If the car's alongside you, you have to give me space, buddy. Oh, that cost us just right there. That exit out of that corner cost me everything. went over the limit of the track there because you cheating. Oh, I nearly dropped the C-bomb right there. Yeah, he punted me out, so I went over track limits to overtake him. To me, that's fair. You cheating fucking twat. This is why AI sucks, man. Right, so let's just relive this a second. That cost me. That was a mistake that cost me. So I then decided I'm going to go around here and I'm not going to lift, just straight round this corner here, off the track, don't care, just to get the speed. And I had him into that corner. But he didn't want to. Now, to me, this looks like a very light tap that shouldn't have spun the car around. I don't know. It's not a very heavy contact. What a bastard. Let's see what my reaction was on this. How quick I reacted. Bang. I still could have been maybe fourth, but I just... Could I? I don't know. It's a 10-minute race, isn't it? I'm going to run it back. I'll aim to get on the podium from 17th. Yeah, I'm going for it. It's only 10 minutes. Let's go. Right. Podium then is the goal. 3rd place. And if I come across that turd, what do I do? Leave him alone? Concentrate on the pole? Or retaliation? Justice? Oh, I think that's coming, Kathina, quite soon. We've got it in games already where there's one where the AI will learn, first-person shooters where they kind of learn from you and flanking and all that stuff. I read about it today, actually. Yeah, screw you, mate. I'm getting aggressive here. Just like you guys do. Track limits be damned. I was ready for your mush. Wait a minute, how did he recover back on the track? We're going to restart the race because here's another thing for you guys to notice. Trust me, when I've had enough experience to know this. 9 times out of 10, literally 9 times out of 10, not a cliche. If you get spun out of the race, or if you make a mistake and you spin, the car will stop on the track or off the track, facing the wrong way. It never stops spinning facing the right way. Which is the reason why I'm restarting. Oh, the AI car didn't recover. There you go, 180 from parallel to the track. Scripted? I think this car knows its lines. I mean, the lines, dialogue lines, like if it was in a movie, dialogue. Oh, right. Talking of dialogue, guys, just before we go, you'll notice as well another thing, which is kind of a paradox. Every time I stop a race, because I don't like how it's developing and restarting, the amount of people watching goes down by 1. So I'm allowed 3 more restarts now before everybody goes. It's a pattern. So anyway, yeah, what I was going to say is this Black Mirror series I've been watching. I watched an episode yesterday. I think it's the first episode. They only did 3 episodes in the first season. So I think this was episode 1 or 2. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Who cares? And it was about this couple, this young couple, and the guy had said, I'm just going out, I'll be right back. And the episode's called Be Right Back, right? Yeah, you can tell it's Charlie Brooker, can't you? That weird, satirical, sort of almost comedic approach. But anyway, she said, I'll be right back. He didn't come back. Something happened. Next thing, there's a funeral, blah, 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 blah. And then a friend tells her there's this thing online you can go to, and you can have his voice as an AI, and it sounds like you're talking to him or messaging him, and then you got the voice. And then later on, they said, oh, there's another development, to this. It's in testing stage. And they sent her a box with a doll, a robot, whatever the hell it was. She has to put it in the bath to get all the gel off it. And then it came to life, and it looked like him, and the real guy's dead, but it looked like him, it talked like him, it gave responses based on all of his social media that it was scanning, and it learned as it went. And I won't give the end of the story away, but that was the basic of the story, that she was living with a synthetic copy of her boyfriend. And then I haven't watched Black Mirror before. I've not seen this story. And then coincidentally, the day after, was it the same day? No, I think it was I watched this episode last night. This morning on BBC News, on the news feed on the internet, was a story about a guy whose father passed away, and he's using his father's voice as a chatbot. That's eerily similar to me, because this is what this girl was doing. It was a chatbot in this guy's voice, because it had consumed all the videos. It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it is a warped Twilight Zone. Yeah, and I just thought, it's just like, it's very similar to if, like, where was it that it happened? I was searching for something on Google, I think. I don't know what the hell, can't remember what the subject was. And then when, YouTube, Google owns YouTube. When I went to YouTube, in the recommended feed, it wasn't in the videos, it was in one of the shorts. There was a video on the topic of the thing I'd searched on Google. Big Brother is watching you. Yeah. So you might want to experiment with it. Like, just do a search on Google and just search for things like, I don't know, what could you do that could be a YouTube short? Maybe healthy foods or stuff about cucumbers. Search about cucumbers. Recipes with cucumber. And see if suddenly in YouTube there's a short about, this is what I did with a cucumber. Although I might not want to watch that video. But the weirdest story I heard was, this was a while ago. This was on a podcast. And this guy was recounting a story from his girlfriend. Now, his girlfriend lived remotely, or she was working remotely for a while. I think they maybe lived in the same state, which I think was Texas. And she was away, quite a distance away, working for a few months away. And so they chatted, and I don't know whether this was a phone conversation. I think it was. It might have been text messages, but it was either text or a literal phone conversation. And she was talking about, oh, when I come back, how about we go to XXX restaurant? I can't remember the name of it, but it's a particular restaurant. It is not a restaurant chain, right? It's not like Starbucks where, Starbucks, a restaurant. It's not like Starbucks where if you mention Starbucks, like there's one in every frickin' town, right? This was a specific restaurant, only the one in this town in Texas. Let's call it Jordan's, okay? So Jordan's Cafe or Jordan's restaurant, and they particularly like going there. So she says, let's go to Jordan's when I come back. And he said, yeah, that sounds great. And then she called or messaged him the next day saying, you know how we talked about going to Jordan's? And he said, yeah. He said, well, I've just been receiving ads on my Facebook feed about Jordan's restaurant. Like, it's freaking creepy, man. You are being monitored. Oh, man. That's some, yeah. And we're so busy scrolling up on our phones. We watch the world go by while it monitors every move we frickin' make. We're so frickin' oblivious to it now. We just accept anything because we're bought off with gadgets. Boom, rusty rant. Let's drive. Oh, you need the new iPhone 6 million. Right, let's go. Let's have some sensible driving here. Come on. Yeah, it's yeah. Oh yeah, you're going to get unrelated ads, but maybe ads loosely relating to something. I don't know. Imagine if you'd be getting an advert for, would you like an engineering course? Come to such and such university and teach engineering. No, it's spaceships I engineer. Oh, it was closely related. Oh, right, closely related. I missed the start. Yeah. Yep, you are being listened to. They should do a revamp of that Sting song. Every text you make, every message you, every ad you watch, I'll be watching you. I mean, that song's about a stalker, isn't it, or something? Yeah. Something I didn't realize until Mandy mentioned that. Yeah, I'll be watching you, every move you make, every breath you take. Get away from me, creep. Some songs you just sing to the lyrics. Don't pay attention to them. The most notable being the fact that we, as a nursery rhyme, we've got Rockabye Baby with the lyrics, the cradle will fall and down will come baby. Jesus Christ, you want to teach that to a kid? You have nightmares. Why is a baby being put in a tree and then falling to its death? And this is a nursery rhyme? Tell me that one about the big egg that falls off the wall again instead, Daddy. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down will come baby, cradle and all. Oh my God. What are we teaching our kids? We're scaring them. Jack and Jill, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what Jack and Jill got up to. They went up the hill. Enough, stop. Don't want to hear it. I can imagine. To fetch a pail of water. Yeah, right. Humpty Dumpty was a cannon, right? It was a cannon on top of a mount thing. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall and it fell off, obviously. All the king's horses. How was a horse going to fix anything anyway? We've got 5 more cars to pass in 6 minutes. Actually, maybe 4. What's that nursery rhyme about chopping off the tails? Is that 3 Blind Mice or something? I don't know. Run after them with a carving knife. Jesus Christ. Tell me the one about the woman who kills the mice with the carving knife, Mummy. And then tell me the one about where the baby dies by falling out of a tree. Just about got into that corner. Are we actually 5th? Oh, and it looks like is 3rd place the guy that punted me out before? Tell me the one about the dog that went hungry because Mrs. Hubbard didn't have anything in her cupboard. I want to know, I want to hear about the starving dog. There's loads of verses to Old Mother Hubbard, isn't there? Tons of them. Did you put that message about Old Mother Hubbard before I mentioned it or after? That was a coincidence otherwise. you were going to swing back like that, you little shyster. Hello Lexus, remember me? Yeah, weren't you the one that punted me out? Oh, I was tempted there, buddy, to end your race. Was it him? Eat my fumes. We're in third place. No, we can't be. It might be now, I don't know. I'm just going to let him go because otherwise he'll punt me out. Can't be. It says third, but I can't be because there's 3 cars in front of me. So I don't know what the hell that widget at the top right is talking about. Unless one of these cars up front is a back marker. I don't know. That top right one is not correct. We are third, not second. We might get second, but first is out of reach. Oh, before? I didn't see it. Minds think alike then. Oh, look who it is. Is it the Porsche with the feather? Okay, up front is the leader. There's enough time for one more lap after this. Oof, can I get him? .8 seconds the gap, 1.8. And I just lapped 2.2 seconds quicker than he did. Yeah, Ring of Roses, the Black Death, right? We all fall down and die. Can I get this guy and win the race? Gap down to 1.2 now. On his gearbox, Rusty, so you've got the last corner to get him. You need to be on his gearbox before that long straight. Get on his gearbox now. I got him. I got him early. We are leading the race. and not make a mistake in this last half a lap. I was going to get him, I was going to exit out of this corner and just use my speed to overtake him right here. This lap is 1.3 seconds quicker than my fastest so far in this race. One more braking point to get, and it's right here. Go nice and slow, Rusty. You don't need to push it. He's not even close. I think the start finish is around the corner, isn't it? No, it's right here. Whoa! We won by 1.4 seconds. Eat my sausage roll. Woo! No room. Holy crap. Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes though, when you take the lead, you don't want to be complacent or back off. You know you've got to keep pushing, and it can make you nervous. If you get into a rhythm, yeah, you can be good, but sometimes you work so hard to get the lead that when you get it, you might think, well, okay, can't make a mistake here. Let me just get these widgets off. Is that everything? Apart from the other one, okay. Yeah. AI needs turning back up, of course. Yeah, look, I did my fastest 3 sectors, but my lap time was still... Oh, because that was illegal. I did a 24.0, but that was an illegal time. I only did 1 valid lap, and my last one. The only 2 valid laps I had. That's just because of track limits. I fudged up the start as well. Okay, Casey, enough? Yeah, that was my last race, I'm done. So this is the final lap, that's me taking him right here. Let's have a look at that again. Here comes the move. I knew he was going to go to the left, because that's what they do to crash me out, so I stayed right. See, AI, I've got your number now. And then out of this corner, I should be able to pull a gap on him. Out of here. Because this car's pretty freaking good up. Look at the gap now. Just increasing down the straight. She's quick on the exit of the corners. She's really quick. Stayed within track limits there. Into the braking now. Early braking. Wanting to make sure no issues. Cool. Yeah, so in terms of the overlays, I'm going to get rid of that pink border, and I'm going to try and see if I'm going to ask on Discord if there's a way to display them in OBS without using desktop. Or at least it was good to know. Oh, okay. have to pay for that nose. Yeah, all right. There you go. Thanks for watching with me. Yeah, so I'll work on these overlays and see if I can get something sorted a bit better and position them better on the screen, because this one's currently covering up the weather there, but that's only a concern. The leaderboard would be covering where that weather thing is, but that's only a concern in the pit menu, I think. Yeah. Alright guys, thank you for putting up with me and being here anyway, and I will catch you guys on the next stream. Until then, take care and good night.